Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, keeping Christ in Christmas on Main Street, USA. Well, technically it's Broadway. Pittman, New Jersey, the local Knights of Columbus, sponsoring this sign over Broadway like they have every December for 60 years. Reminding residents the holiday is about more than iPhones and eggnog. But the banner was put up by the town fire department across a public street and hangs from public lampposts. And apparently some folks think that blurs the line between church and state. So they complained to a national atheist organization who then demanded that the town take down the banner, and that winds them in today's Kelly's Court. Welcome, gentlemen. Joining me now, defense attorney and former prosecutor Mark Eiglarsh and defense attorney David Wohl. All right, so the atheist group says this is once again the state, the government stepping in where it doesn't belong. They say, go ahead and hang your banner, celebrate Christ in Christmas, but don't get city officials involved in it. Don't hang it on the city lamppost and don't use the local firefighters. Do they have a point, Mark?
I think they do. And again, to minimize the hate mail, understand these are my fake clients, and I don't necessarily personally feel this way. I'm going to make a legal argument, okay?
Any good lawyer can argue any side of any case.
That is correct. First, is this a religious message? Well, they're not looking to change the holiday's name and make it muss. They're talking about Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ clearly is a religious symbol, and this is a religious message. The second part of the analysis is the government promoting it? Well, if it was affixed to a private building solely, and it wasn't over a public street, and it wasn't hung by the firemen, and it wasn't affixed also utilizing the lamppost paid for by taxpayers' dollars, I'd say they'd have a stronger argument. But it is. And if you're not going to take it down, you better give equal access to the atheists to put up their signs condemning religion and other theories that they're advancing.
Oh, boy, they're not going to have any room on those lampposts soon, David.
I got to tell you, Megan, you know something? This is a tough time of the year for atheists. While we're around friends and family in good cheer, they walk around looking for things to complain about. Now, this is a great example of the confusion between establishment of the religion, which is prohibited by the Constitution, and facilitating freedom of religion or being tolerant of religion. And that's precisely what Pittman is doing here. They're not saying the atheists can't hang their own holiday sign, which presumably would be blank. They're just saying, look, everybody can do it. And it has to be, and the fire department has to use their truck to put it up because it's 30, 40 feet in the air, and they have to hang on the light posts because there's nothing else to hang them on. But come on, let's give it a break here. This is perfectly acceptable. It's not promoting or establishing religion. Judgment for city.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing, Mark. But although the atheists would say, David, you're wrong. They would say, because they say that a local resident complained. He said, yeah, I have to drive down that street every day. I see the sign, and I feel like an outsider because of it. I mean, it's possible, Mark. It's possible.
Yeah, well, this isn't about whether this is a popular sign. Listen, 80% of the country is made up of people who probably would endorse this sign and that religion, but that's not the issue.
And then those people are going to feel uncomfortable once it gets taken down. Does that matter?
Apparently, it doesn't. Again, we're going by this. We're going by the Supreme Court of the land, and they say, in my opinion, that stuff like this is endorsing a religion, and that's a no-no, apparently.
Really? Stuff like this? Because, David, we had the Ten Commandments case that went up to the U.S. Supreme Court. There was a display of the Ten Commandments on public grounds, on a city courthouse grounds, and they upheld that.
Well, you know, and in the Supreme Court itself, inside the Ten Commandments is stated there. There's on our money, in faith in God, there's religious symbols on there. I mean, there's religious statements, Megan. There are certain exceptions that are made because they simply don't amount to endorsements, and that's the key thing. In this particular instance, it was the Knights of Columbus who sponsored it. I don't think it said that on the particular sign, but it also does not say that the city of Pittman, endorse this sign, this religious sign.
No, but that's but David, that's clearly
there's no indication.
But here, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. But Mark, let me ask you this. What could a city like Pittman do if it wanted to avoid any of these challenges, but it still wanted to display that banner in a prominent way?
Affix it exclusively to a private building. Have nothing to do with it if you're the government. Otherwise, the atheists themselves, if they're going to keep the banner up and you're going to make this a zoning issue, then what they want is a banner that's going to say, and these aren't my words, again, minimize the hate mail, their words are, religion is a myth, angels, God, heaven, and hell do not exist. They want to have those things on their sign. And you know what? What's good for the goose
That's
So
nice.
let 'em
You
put
see
it
little
up, for
children
crying out loud.
going down the street just in time for Christmas, 10 days before Christmas, reading "Keep the Christ in Christmas" and then reading your banner, Mark. Although I have to say, you know,
Right.
it may be
my
it may
banner.
make the
Hold
point
on.
a little bit better
my
than
banner.
David's
You know what?
Objection. Not my banner.
That
no,
is
their
your
banner.
banner.
Your
Not mine.
hypothetical
Not
banner.
mine.
Absolutely.
I think you may have the
Mine
language
would be
exactly
keep-
right. I think that is their wording.
Mine would be keep the Han and Hanukkah.
He's
But
right.
again, it's not my
He's right.
banner.
That's
Yeah.
the sad thing about it. Have some holiday cheer. Be,
All right,
be
guys.
tolerant, Iglars.
Gotta
Come on.
run. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. See ya. We're just hours away right now from tonight's big Republican presidential debate. It is the last time these candidates are going to face off before the Iowa caucuses. You want to talk stakes? We have the very latest.
All energy development comes with some risk, but proven technologies allow natural gas